Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes and wondered, what are you thinking? Dogs, our furry companions, communicate with us constantly, but they don't use words like we do. Instead, they speak a language of wags, woofs, and wiggles. Learning to understand this language can deepen your bond with your dog. It can make you a better, more compassionate owner. Imagine being able to understand your dog's every bark and whine. Picture knowing exactly what they need, whether it's a walk, a treat, or just a cuddle. This understanding is possible. By learning the basics of dog behavior, you can unlock a whole new level of communication with your furry friend. It's like cracking a secret code, but instead of secret messages, you'll be uncovering a world of emotions, needs, and desires. So get ready to embark on a fascinating journey into the world of dog behavior. You'll be amazed by what you discover. Dogs are masters of nonverbal communication. They use their entire bodies, from their wagging tails to their perked up ears, to tell us how they're feeling. Think of it like a dance, a symphony of movements and sounds that convey their thoughts and emotions. By paying close attention to these subtle cues, we can begin to decipher their secret language. It's like learning a new language, but instead of memorizing vocabulary words, you'll be observing, interpreting, and responding to your dog's every move. This journey requires patience, observation, and a willingness to see the world from your dog's perspective. But the rewards are immense. Just like humans have different ways of expressing themselves, dogs have a whole vocabulary of signals. These signals involve their body language, the sounds they make, and even their scent. Don't worry, you don't need a super sniffer to understand them. Let's start with the basics, body language. Imagine your dog as a furry semaphore, each body part sending out signals. A wagging tail might seem simple, but did you know there are different types of wags? A high, fast wag usually means excitement, while a low, slow wag could signal uncertainty. Then there are the ears. Those floppy or pointed wonders are excellent mood indicators. Ears pricked forward usually mean your dog is alert and interested, while ears flattened back against the head can be a sign of fear or anxiety. Let's dive a little deeper into the fascinating world of tail wags. A tail wag isn't always a simple, I'm happy signal. It's more nuanced than that. The speed, direction, and even the tension in the wag can tell a different story. For example, a tail wagging more to the right side of the body can indicate a positive emotion, while a tail wagging more to the left might signal anxiety or discomfort. And don't forget about the tail held high and stiff, often a sign of alertness, possibly even a challenge to another dog. Pay attention to how your dog's entire body is positioned while wagging their tail. Is their body relaxed, or is there tension? Are their eyes bright and engaged, or are they slightly narrow? All these clues together paint a clearer picture of what your dog is trying to convey. Ears are another expressive feature in the canine communication playbook. Just like with tail wags, there's more to ear position than meets the eye. Those furry sound capturing devices do more than just hear. They help us understand a dog's emotional state. Think of a dog's ears, like little radars, constantly swiveling to pick up sounds and assess their surroundings. Ears standing straight up, facing forward, show attentiveness and focus. On the other hand, ears rotated slightly to the side might indicate curiosity or a playful mood. When a dog is feeling threatened or stressed, their ears will likely flatten back against their head. This position makes the dog appear smaller and less threatening, a way of trying to diffuse a potentially dangerous situation. Learning to recognize these subtle ear movements can give you valuable insight into your dog's feelings and help you better understand their responses to different situations. We all know dogs bark. It's their signature sound, their way of making their presence known. But did you know that not all barks are created equal? Just like we use different tones of voice to convey different emotions, Dogs modulate their barks to communicate a range of messages. A playful bark is often higher pitched and repetitive, almost musical. It's the sound of a dog who wants to have fun, to play fetch or chase squirrels in the park. A warning bark, on the other hand, is deeper and more guttural, a clear signal that something is amiss. Then there's the attention-seeking bark, a demanding sound that says, "Hey, I'm here, pay attention to me." This bark is often accompanied by other behaviors like pawing, nudging, or bringing you their favorite toy. By paying close attention to the pitch, duration, and repetition of your dog's barks, you can start to understand the different messages they're trying to convey. We've already talked about the importance of tail wags, but there's even more to learn about this expressive body part. The position and movement of the tail, combined with other body language signals, provide a wealth of information about your dog's emotional state. A tail tucked between the legs is a classic sign of fear or anxiety. It's a dog's way of making themselves appear smaller and less threatening. A tail held low to the ground, but not tucked, might signal insecurity or uncertainty. A tail held straight out, parallel to the ground, can be a sign of alertness or focus. This is often seen when a dog is observing something interesting or encountering another dog for the first time. And then there's the happy wag, the one that makes our hearts melt. A high, fast wag, especially when accompanied by relaxed body language and a happy facial expression, is a sure sign that your dog is feeling joyful and content. A dog's eyes are truly windows to their soul. They reflect a wide range of emotions, from joy and excitement to fear and anxiety. Learning to read the subtle cues in your dog's eyes can deepen your understanding of their feelings and motivations. When a dog is relaxed and happy, their eyes will appear soft and slightly rounded. The pupils will be normal size, and you might even see the corners of their mouths turn up in a slight smile. When a dog is feeling stressed or threatened, their eyes might appear wider than usual, showing more of the whites of the eyes, the sclera. This is often referred to as whale eye because it resembles the way a whale's eye looks partly submerged in water. A hard stare with eyes narrowed and fixed on a specific target can be a sign of aggression or dominance. It's a dog's way of saying, "Back off, I'm in charge here." Remember, direct eye contact can be perceived as a challenge by some dogs. So it's important to approach unfamiliar dogs with caution and avoid staring directly into their eyes. Understanding dog behavior is not about memorizing a list of individual signals. It's about learning to read the whole dog, to see how all the different parts of their body language, vocalizations, and even their scent work together to create a symphony of communication. Think of it like this. A wagging tail doesn't always mean a dog is happy. If the tail is wagging low and slow and the dog's body is tense, it might actually be a sign of anxiety or fear. Similarly, a bark isn't always a sign of aggression. A playful bark, accompanied by a relaxed body and a wagging tail, is simply a dog's way of inviting you to join in the fun. By paying attention to the context, the environment, and the combination of signals your dog is giving, you can develop a deeper understanding of their emotional state and respond in a way that strengthens your bond. As we delve deeper into the world of dog behavior, we encounter nuances that add layers of meaning to their communication. These subtle cues might be easily missed, but they offer invaluable insights into a dog's emotional landscape. Consider the subtle lip lick. While a dog might lick their lips after a tasty treat, a quick lip lick in other contexts can often indicate stress or anxiety. It's as if the dog is trying to soothe themselves, a nonverbal way of saying, "I'm feeling a bit uneasy." Another subtle signal is the yawn. We often associate yawning with tiredness, but for dogs, it can also be a calming signal, a way of diffusing tension. A dog might yawn when they're feeling overwhelmed in a social situation, or when they're unsure how to react to something. Even the way a dog holds their body can provide clues about their emotional state. A slightly lowered body posture, with the head held a bit lower than usual, can be a sign of deference or appeasement. It's the dog's way of saying, "I'm not a threat, please don't hurt me." Fear is a powerful emotion that can manifest in a variety of ways in dogs. Recognizing the signs of fear is crucial for preventing escalation and ensuring the well-being of both the dog and those around them. A fearful dog might try to make themselves appear smaller by crouching low to the ground, tucking their tail between their legs and flattening their ears against their head. Their eyes might appear wider than usual, and they may pant rapidly or tremble. Some dogs might try to avoid the source of their fear by hiding, moving away, or trying to escape. Others might exhibit displacement behaviors, such as excessive licking of their paws or scratching, as a way of coping with the stress. It's important to remember that a fearful dog is not trying to be disobedient or difficult. They are simply reacting to a perceived threat in the best way they know how. We all love a warm greeting from our furry friends, but sometimes their enthusiasm can be overwhelming, especially for strangers or children. Teaching dogs to greet people calmly is essential for fostering positive interactions and preventing accidental injuries. Instead of allowing your dog to jump up on people, encourage them to sit politely for attention. When a visitor arrives, have your dog sit or lie down before allowing them to approach. Reward calm behavior with praise, treats, or a favorite toy. If your dog gets overly excited when meeting new people, keep the initial interactions brief and low-key. Avoid overwhelming them with too much attention or physical contact. Allow them to approach at their own pace and retreat if they need a break. Teaching children how to approach dogs calmly is equally important. Encourage children to let the dog approach them first and to avoid making direct eye contact, which can be perceived as a challenge. Just like humans, dogs experience stress, and prolonged stress can have negative impacts on their physical and emotional well-being. Learning to recognize the signs of stress in dogs allows us to provide them with the support they need to thrive. Stress can manifest in a variety of ways, including changes in behavior, appetite, and even bowel movements. A stressed dog might become more withdrawn, less interested in playing or interacting, or more prone to accidents in the house. They might pace restlessly, pant excessively, or exhibit displacement behaviors like licking, chewing, or yawning. Some dogs might become more reactive, barking or growling at things that wouldn't normally bother them. If you notice signs of stress in your dog, it's important to identify and address the underlying cause. This might involve making changes to their environment, routine, or interactions with other animals or people. Speaking dog. Translating knowledge into action. Congratulations! You've embarked on a journey into a fascinating world of dog behavior, and you're well on your way to becoming fluent in their silent language. But how do you put all this newfound knowledge into action? How do you translate wags, woos, and postures into meaningful interactions with your furry friend? The key is to become a mindful observer, always paying attention to your dog's subtle cues. Notice how they react to different situations, people, and environments. Are their ears perked up in curiosity, or are they flattened against their head in anxiety? Is their tail wagging loosely, or is it held stiffly? Once you start tuning in to these signals, you can begin to adjust your own behavior accordingly. If your dog seems anxious in a crowded park, for example, you might want to move to a quieter area. If they're showing signs of stress during a training session, it's time to take a break and try again later. Understanding your dog's communication is not just about deciphering their signals. It's about building a bridge of trust and mutual respect. When your dog knows you understand their language, they feel heard, validated, and safe. Imagine this. You're feeling overwhelmed by a stressful situation, and a friend approaches you, immediately understanding your anxiety without you having to say a word. They offer comfort and support, making you feel seen and understood. That's the power of understanding your dog's language. When you respond to their signals with empathy and compassion, you create a deeper bond built on trust and understanding. This trust translates into every aspect of your relationship, from training and playtime to everyday interactions. The rewards of understanding your dog's behavior extend far beyond simply avoiding unwanted behaviors. It's about unlocking a whole new level of connection and companionship, experiencing the joy of a truly profound interspecies friendship. Imagine being able to anticipate your dog's needs, knowing when they need a cuddle, a game of fetch, or simply a moment of quiet companionship. Picture the joy of watching your dog thrive in an environment where they feel safe, understood, and loved. This is the magic of Speaking Dog. It's about celebrating the unique bond between humans and their canine companions, a bond built on mutual understanding, respect, and unconditional love. We've journeyed through wags and whines, explored the nuances of pricked ears and tucked tails. We've learned that dogs, those furry bundles of boundless energy and unwavering loyalty, speak a language all their own. It's a language without words, a symphony of subtle cues and expressive gestures. It's a language that speaks of joy and fear, excitement and anxiety, playfulness and peace. It's a language that whispers through a gentle nudge, pleads with a soulful gaze, and erupts in a chorus of ecstatic barks. Learning this language is like unlocking a treasure chest filled with the secrets of canine communication. It's about seeing the world through their eyes, feeling the world through their senses, and understanding their hearts with a newfound clarity. Imagine a dance floor where humans and dogs move in perfect harmony, their steps guided not by memorized routines, but by intuition, empathy, and unspoken understanding. This is the dance of communication, a graceful exchange of signals and responses, a conversation that transcends words. It's about recognizing the subtle flick of a tail that says, "I'm happy you're home," the soft whine that pleads, "Let's play fetch," and the gentle lean that whispers, "I need a reassuring hug." It's about responding with kindness and consistency, creating a safe and predictable environment where your dog feels heard, respected, and cherished. It's about building a bond so strong, so deeply rooted in mutual understanding that it can weather any storm. As you continue to explore the depths of dog behavior, remember to embrace the whispers as much as you celebrate the barks. Cherish the quiet moments of connection, the gentle nudges for attention, the soulful gazes that melt your heart. Recognize that every tail wag, every bark, every playful bow is a precious gift, a heartfelt attempt to communicate, to connect, to share their world with you. So, the next time your furry friend greets you with unbridled enthusiasm, take a moment to truly see them, to hear them, to understand the depth of their emotions. For in that moment of shared understanding, you'll discover a bond so profound, so enriching, that it will change both your lives forever.